Let's just get back to what's happening in New South Wales with this tweet from John Barilaro, referring to it all being ridiculous and it all being about the agreement is between the National Party and Gladys Berejiklian. Corey, again, you said you've been through these things before. Look, people respect the National Party, but on this particular issue, if you care about the changes to this abortion bill, you couldn't care less what the Nationals have to say. The Nationals have been closer to the inner-city lefty opinion on this than the Conservative governing, major governing party in the Liberal Party. The lefts in the Nats in New South Wales are a whole lot further left than people would like to assume. That's why the Shooters Party have got 3 MPs in the lower house. So, look, this is standard stuff from the Nats, isn't it? Which is don't change the leader because we like the one you've got.
Yeah, it is pretty standard. It's from the playbook of defending your leader. The Nats, I think, are detached from where their base is on this. But I do think that the overwhelming majority of people in New South Wales think decriminalising abortion is okay. But these sorts of extreme intransigence where they're not prepared to ban sex selection, abortion and so forth is the big problem.
Also interesting to note, Janine, that, either the factions are working this way or common sense in some ways is working this way, where the Attorney-General, among others, have turned around and they're out tweeting this evening. This is Mark Speakman in New South Wales. I support Gladys Berejiklian, delivering the strongest economy in Oz, the lowest unemployment, double Labor's infrastructure with no debt, all setting up to deliver stronger social outcomes this term. That's leadership. I get a feeling that you're going to hear an awful lot very quickly and very early, and this thing's going to stutter before it starts.
Yeah, but the damage is done of people who just think every time they don't get their own way. It'd be lovely if the right always got what they want and the Nats weren't left if they didn't agree with you. But you have to live in a party, and if she delivers you government, there has to be something there where you do the processes. I tell you what the first thing on the agenda should be. Scott Morrison needs to ring the New South Wales Liberals and tell them to do what he did. I had forgotten they still have the ridiculous old system. No wonder the Libs have made it a rod for their back. They have to bring in the same system that you can't just overnight dump your leader because somebody else wants a turn. They can't do that. They've got to follow the federal Liberal Party on that one.
Richo, again, New South Wales politics in particular can be a wild ride. 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how far down the Labor Party is. 2 weeks later, I don't know where this is going to land. I think opinion polls might be slightly distortive about how people feel about the abortion issue, but I'm pretty sure the opinion polls are pretty definite. They want Gladys Berejiklian to be Premier. Oh, yeah, and she'll stay Premier. I mean, you get a lot of this flim-flam going on, but there's no serious challenger to Gladys Berejiklian. People tell me, oh, they're out there counting. Well, I tell you what, the finger of one hand will do them because they're not going to do very well. So I don't get carried away about this. I mean, to dump Berejiklian with her record would be so stupid, so monumentally crazy. Even the Liberals aren't that dumb. Well, I repeat, I've got my issues about this particular situation, but I don't think she should lose her job over this issue. And certainly, if she had turned around and said this was all about Zoe's law, this was all about getting to that potential position, I don't think we'd be anywhere near where we are. But at least 4 MPs saying they're going to have a crack at trying to unseat her as leader tomorrow. I would assume that once that happens, and it is unsuccessful, that they will, of course, step out of the party straight away, you would imagine, and eventually that plunges the government into immediate minority in New South Wales, where there was an election in March, and she won. Why do you have to leave the party if you lose a vote? I mean, I lost the vote for, trying to get a leader up twice, but I always knew I'd get up the second time. So you just have to be patient, don't you? Well, you don't leave because you lose.
That was part of your strategy, wasn't it?
No, I get it. I'm just saying this is the stuff they've said.
You have 2 goes. You know you're going to have 2 goes. I mean, when Paul said, I had one shot in the locker and I fired it, you realise that was rubbish. I mean, everyone knew it was.
Yeah, correct.